All right, trying this again since my internet connection cut me off the first time. Again, this is Brian Fritz of Network 126, and this is just something very interesting that caught my eye in light of face mask fatigue, which is something that I just covered in a previous video. This I just couldn't believe. So that there's actually basically a supplemental oxygen company, maker, manufacturer, whatever you want to call them. That this is their YouTube page, by the way. They basically, according to them, they say, what is Boost Oxygen? It's portable 95% pure oxygen for all natural and healthy respiratory support for performance and recovery, fighting against altitude sickness, focus and mental acuity, helping against shortness of breath, and more. Order Boost Oxygen at blah, 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 blah. So, and they've apparently been in business for quite some time. They've been marketing themselves in all kinds of different various situations like camping and hiking, that kind of stuff. Playing basketball. It says boost oxygen for recovery during basketball, boost oxygen for energy for fun with your best friend, talking about going on dog walks and stuff. So there's just all kinds of applications that they market themselves with this. But the latest one, I couldn't believe this, but they're actually marketing, it says supplemental oxygen to fight face mask fatigue. That's right, supplemental oxygen to fight face mask fatigue. Where have we heard face mask fatigue before? So that this was just a new one for me. I never thought I would see someone actually peddling basically what's oxygen in a can to fight the oxygen deprivation caused by these face masks. So I'm going to play the video, not here on the YouTube page, but I have it downloaded because I'm trying not to bottleneck the connection and make this whole live stream crash. So check this out. This is too much. This is truly unbelievable, guys. Hopefully the live stream will actually work this time and not cut out. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me, for you guys listening live.
Another aspect of life here in 2020 has been the necessity now to wear masks. And they're important to wear masks. It prevents you from infecting other people with the COVID or other types of diseases that are communicable by the mouth. One of the problems, though, we've been getting or been hearing about is that people, when they breathe in through masks, they're breathing back in their own CO2. So if they're forced to wear these masks 6, 7, 8 hours a day, even longer when they're in the workplace now, people going back to work. People working out actually are being forced to wear the masks. Breathing in CO2 robs the body of oxygen and makes you hypoxic. It's very similar scenarios to CO2 inhalation as it is being at altitude. You become hypoxic. The CO2 displaces the oxygen in your system and can make you give you headaches, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath. So what we do here in Milford is that when we're wearing masks and we become deficient during the day, is you just reach in, do that a couple times. And it makes you feel better. So with face mask fatigue, we're recommending people try Boost Oxygen. It'll make you feel better, function better, and will hopefully limit the amount of hypoxia that you get from breathing in, rebreathing in your CO2. So stay safe, wear the mask, but you may want to look at some oxygen to help you with your face mask fatigue.
So there you have it. I mean, this is real. This isn't. I wish this was a joke or something, but it's not. And so that they're actually trying to sell supplemental oxygen to combat the oxygen deprivation from wearing a face mask for so long, for extended periods of time at the workplace, because it's really becoming an issue for so many people now. It's just this whole thing has just blown so out of proportion, just so out of control. It's gone from trying to contain a virus to just it's just, I don't know, it's just too much. It's too much. Like, these masks just weren't designed to be worn for 8-10 hours a day, especially in a hot warehouse like Amazon, doing backbreaking physical labor when you're sweating up a storm. That this is just absurd, that that this is actually a thing now. And to shut some of you guys up who are already thinking, because I already know what you're thinking, well, why couldn't you just gotten those and continue working at Amazon? They don't even allow aerosols in their building, like any aerosols at all. In fact, if you do find any that somehow slipped through the shipping, you're actually supposed to call what they call it, like a code andon. I don't know, there's strange Amazon terminology, but it's not even supposed to be in the building. So I mean, Amazon literally has everyone cornered from every direction who's trying to breathe. Like, you can't even carry a supplemental oxygen can, because that's an aerosol. They won't allow that. It's a flammable. They'll just see that as a flammable hazard within the building, so they're not going to allow that. So yeah, it's just a crazy world we live in, guys. Crazy world we live in. I'm just at a complete loss for words sometimes, because I just can't believe this shit. That we're being forced to wear these masks while doing backbreaking physical labor, and then now it's an actual real thing to watch some guy try to sell you a can of oxygen because you're being forced to suffocate and deprive yourself of oxygen and re-breathe in your own CO2 for hours and hours and hours a day. It's just that this shit is insane, guys. This shit is insane. That this fucking world that we live in now, this post-COVID world, is just, it's absurd. It's I don't even have the words for it. It's just, it's evil. I've said it before, that this whole COVID shit in general is just evil in general. Like, just when you factor in everything that it's done to society, to humanity, to people's livelihoods, to all of that stuff, to even people's interpersonal relationships, friendships, marriages, all that stuff. It's really done a lot of damage on so many levels to so many millions of people. It's like, where does this shit end? Where does it end? It's always something new with this COVID shit. Whether it's the actual virus itself or its economic impacts on people, the job losses, the people falling behind on their rent, their mortgages, their car payments, all that stuff, and just losing their minds over it. And lots of people turning to hard drugs, to alcohol, a lot of people committing suicide. It's just getting very ugly out there. And like I said, it's just evil. It's evil. That this COVID shit is evil. It's damaging and destroying so many lives. It's just incomprehensible at times when you try to stand back and think about it and put it all together and make sense of it all. It's just incomprehensible. I don't know what to even do or say anymore. I mean, and then I'm surrounded by all these stupid people online that are trying to just call me a crybaby and say that I'm whining and complaining over nothing. And it's like, dude, like, have you ever tried to run around your block 20 times and throw a towel over your face and then douse it with water? Just douse your whole face with water with that towel over your face and try to breathe while you're still out of breath. I mean, that's how it was. It was like being waterboarded. So anyway, some people just don't get it, and it just adds to the overall frustration of everything. So that's all I pretty much have to say about that. Leave your comments down below in the comments section. Let me know what you think about that down below in the comments section. And I don't know. I'm just so tired with this world. Yeah. Well, you've heard it from me before tons of times. I just like can't anymore with this world. I keep trying though. I'm still hanging in there, but this world just really, really is just too much sometimes. So anyway, this is Brian Fritz of Network 126. Rate, comment, subscribe.